For the last couple of nights, we've been reading from the opening part of Devi Bhagwat. First night we did the first page that dealt with the greatness of the Bhagwat, how to listen, what it brings, why do you take the time to listen to this particular book during the Navratri. We did the history of it. Where did this book come from? If I'm a Hindu and I am taught that the Vedas are the principal text for Hinduism, where did all these different Puranas really come from? And it was explained that as man's lifespan, disease, sickness, look at children nowadays in terms of things like attention deficiency. Children don't read anymore. They like to watch little videos, shorter videos, because the teacher will tell you in class they can't hold focus for very long. So our text comes in a way to illustrate, to hold the person in the form of Durga Mata, Hanumanji, in a captivating way, to hold the person's attention. But the value system of the Vedas is now in this way, in this format, where it is a little easier to understand. For example, Navratri, Durga Mata comes and she fights this guy Mahisasur. But last night, we went a step further, where somebody is asking, Lord Vishnu is praying, Lord Shiva is praying, Brahma is praying. Who are they praying to? If we call Lord Vishnu the preserver, if we call Brahma the creator, who are they concentrating on? When you see Madhu Baba in that prayer position and his eyes are closed, where are you? And Narad Muni wanted to understand. And in that conversation where he got, last night we did how, if you watch this big picture here, children, you'll see there's a horse head associated with the Panchmukh Hanuman form, Hayagriv. We did the history of that form, Lord Vishnu discourse, but what it showed was Devi is not only going to come to you in that form where she has the crown and the 8 arms, etc., what we call Durga, but in the form of Maya. We discussed how sometimes we say we are in charge, and this is important tonight, we are in charge of our body. But when you look at your eating habit, when you look at your toilet time, your waking up time, your going to sleep time, you realize that something is triggering you. Something is telling you it's time to eat. It's time to sleep. I'm going to finish here tonight. I'm going to put on CNN on the TV just to recap. And something is going to make my eyelids heavy. In different texts, in different discourse, Devi says, I will guide you. I will sit on your body and I will indicate to you what to do, when to do. When animals in season and they want to reproduce, it is that Devi who is in charge of that trigger. It is time to have a baby. It is time for the mango to send out the flowers. She's the one that begins the season. This is why first night we said, when you're doing Navratri, Navratri is at the beginning of the season. Hindu is growing, learning, Pandits are teaching. We understood the importance of this Chaitra Navratri. And we started to discuss last night because somebody asked me the question, where we just put all these things in the dar for? I've heard some people offer water, jal. I've heard some people offer milk. And then I remember my nanny used to grind and make all the different leaf like a paste. Is there a value? Is there a purpose? And last time we went through piece by piece, offering. If I give honey, what will I get as a blessing? If I give milk, if I give this, if I give that, every single thing that a person could offer. And what you will reap when you do it. So somebody, for example, who have skin problem, they have an ailment, an allergy, or something like that. When they go to pray to their mother, when you know that active ingredient that is going to bring that blessing. I have a problem. For example, one day, Sunday, when we were talking, we discussed when somebody is diabetic, they worship a lot of Varun Devta mantra, puja. Arham is that name. He's in charge of the water. And when you do this job, when people give water in charity, you are going to find that the person who can't control their diabetes, somehow, maybe through discipline, maybe through a new medicine, maybe through some treatment, the same diabetic is able to stabilize their situation. You save feet, you save yourself from kidney problems. It doesn't go further. It doesn't cure, but you could live with it. In that example, there are many ailments and troubles that people face. If you do your Devi prayer correct, you could imagine the help. Based on last night's discourse, for those of us that were here, if somebody were to ask you, why are you putting these things inside your diary? Honestly, Baba, I don't know. But you know what? I want blessings, Tonight, we're going to do another discourse with Lord Vishnu and this Devi to understand how she works, because sometimes people have it in their head, she's going to come in that form with the lion and she's going to have the Trishul, and if she's not in that form, I cannot imagine her. Tonight we'll hear about Lord Vishnu again playing the role. Further, we talked a little bit about those 64 flags that Pandit Sunil has been worshipping, aiding us, guiding us. Why, at the very beginning, and listen to the question, you're the Hindu, everybody says, I believe in Durga Mata. Why is that baby a triangle? I've seen Tanti and them prepare a little triangular, let's say whole pit, whatever you call it, where I offer my Durga Dar, my Navratri offering. Why is it triangle? Sometimes when you go by people's house, you will see circular Havan, triangular Havan, square Havan. Is there a purpose behind these things? Tonight we're going to touch on all this before we conclude. Pandit Sunil has already offered things like the Gita as we also prepare to close our prayer. It's a wonderful night, this third night. We're ready now? Yeah? Yeah? All right, so everybody, we're going to start. Let's all stand. We're going to do Arti. Please cover your hair, put your hands together. Special welcome to those of you viewing, all those viewing on Bhakti TV. Welcome to the Sri Krishna Seva Ashram. My name is Pandit Keshava, and we welcome you to our final night in this 3 nights of Devi Bhagwat reading. Please join your hands as we join together as we welcome Mother tonight. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojita mayam deepam grahana devesham trailokya timirapaham. Together everybody. O suno meri Devi parvatavasini tera paran paya, tera paran paya. Suno meri Devi parvatavasini tera paran paya, suno meri Devi पार न पाया
मोहन भोग लगाया, मोहन भोग लगाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवास, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। भानु भगत में तेरे गुण गावे, भानु भगत में तेरे गुण गावे। मन वांछित फल पाया, मन वांछित फल पाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवास, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ, दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ, दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ, दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ। करुणा सागर माँ, करुणा सागर माँ। काली कपालिनी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ। जगदोधारिणी माँ, जगदोधारिणी माँ। महाअम्बे जय जय माँ, महाअम्बे जय जय माँ। दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ, दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ। दुर्गे माँ, दुर्गे दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ, दुर्गे दुर्गे जय जय माँ। दुर्गे माँ, दुर्गे दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ, दुर्गे दुर्गे जय जय माँ।
Together, everybody. Om Gajananam
सेवितं
Kapet Jambu Palchar
भक्षितं
Uma Sutam Sho
कविनाशकारकं
Namami Viganeshwara
पारपङ्कजं
Sarvamangalamangaliye
शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके
Sharanye
त्र्यम्बिके गौरी
Narayane
नमोस्तुते।
Om Gurur Brahma
गुरुर्विष्णु
Gurur Devo
महेश्वरा
Gurur Sakshat
परं ब्रह्मा
Tasmai Shri
गुरुवे नमः।
Om Namah Shivaya
ॐ नमः शिवाय,
Om Namah Shivaya
ॐ नमः शिवाय,
Om Namah Shivaya
ॐ नमः शिवाय।
Prams Bolo Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Everybody have your seat. Make yourself comfortable. This evening, these children have been given their gifts, and I guess to make them sit a little bit with all the bag and all the stuff they have. It's very wicked, but we'll bear a little bit. Last night, what we were talking about identifies how sometimes our understanding of our lady, our goddess, is very limited. We tend to banter that we believe, but if somebody asks you why you offer what you offer, why do you do what you do, sometimes that part is very lacking. Last time we heard the benefit if you are offering her a flour recipe. Never says Lapsian Sohari anyway. But if I offer a ball, if I offer a roasted, because there are different recipes where they use flour alone, in Durga Puja, I get certain type of intelligence. For example, why people offer the coconut in the fire, we dealt with all those things. Why we leave the hooks on, I mentioned that in order for the coconut to grow, you leave the hooks on to just cover at a minimum the cap where the three eyes are. If I were to use a coconut that does not have the eyes, it makes no sense because it is not fertile. You could put it in the best soil, it will never grow. It needs the nourishment from the hooks. That's just how God make the coconut. The person shapes the coconut because they are trying to make it look or make a likeness of how the diya appears, the energy. Some people tie it for this reason in yellow cloth, red cloth, etc. Narad Muni was asking all these questions because he was shocked that Lord Vishnu depended on this lady called, we are saying Durga, but this form where she's everything, Adi Shakti. She's the energy that allows everything to work. And now Narad Muni wants to understand a little more. He speaks about how Devi works within the body. We mentioned it last night with your stomach and so on. And then outside your body, when we hear, for example, Pandit Sunil come to do a little puja, and you will hear the tanti and the auntie them, wow, whilst your prayer was going on, a little rainfall. What a good sign. I saw when I was coming home, plenty kobo flying over the neighbor house. It looked like death is coming. Different things the environment does to indicate to the person good or bad coming. And we spoke about how constantly Devi has positioned herself, whether in the patra, the environment, in your dream, the marks on the children in terms of moles, telling you see this child got a real temper. Watch out. When we hear Ram Navami coming, when you hear Kaushalya Mata says Sri Ram had beautiful marks, auspicious marks, you'll hear Baba talking about it for the Ram Navami. What are the marks they're talking about? One example is the moles. Another example is the lines in your hand. All these things come from the science that Durga Mata or this goddess is trying to indicate, listen, this person have this strength. For example of that, you know some people have their hand 5 fingers, but then there are some people with an extra appendage or extra finger. You know, in school, bullies would laugh at that child. Hinduism says that child is an example of a gifted child. Give that child an instrument and that child will excel. So here now, this is just an example of God saying to the parent, this is the feel for this child. Put this child in music. There are examples where if we listen to the Katha of Buddha, remember Buddha is a form of Lord Vishnu. In his discourse, they talk a lot about the ear lobes. The bigger the ear lobe, more intelligent this child will become. The bully in the school might trouble the child about the size of the ears, but in reality, it's actually a good thing. It is a sign. Why do some people have big ears? Think what I'm saying. Why, if God make me and He make everybody the same way, He make my ears big, it means that you have the karma to be very intelligent and to hold that knowledge. It's not a bad thing. Somebody in society says that is not a good thing, if you understand how it works. But if you know your dharma, you know the truth. Tonight, as we continue with our conversation about the goddess, Please put your hands together as we are about to do our Sumiryan Zita. But don't go there. Come this side. Come this side. Come this side. Come by me this side, and you're going to sit down and you're going to sing the bhajan. My mother used to love to hear you sing. Everybody, let's do the Sumiryan as we ask Mother permission. Don't study anybody. We didn't come here to play. We come to pray. Use the opportunity. Close your eyes. Put your hands together. Dear Durga Mata, I don't know much. I want to know more. I want to know more because I have little troubles in my life. I have little issues. I have little issues. Please allow me to get the benefit, the blessing. Gauri Shambhugira Guru Govinda Ganapati Gang Sumire Vyas Vash Karta Devi Katha Prasang Jasuneha Mati Mati Vishaya Stitita Jo Jagamat Matina Lekat Jahi Rupako Mati Prirak Dhyan Sakala Nigama Uttam Samani Prileka Jagavan Madhu Bhavani Ke Charana Namo Nama Sukhakan Shri Shankacharya Aru Mata Pita Shiranaya Devi Bhagwat Granth Ke Bhasha Likat Bhanaya. Everybody. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita Namastasye Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita
Namastate 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 Namo Namah
Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita Namastasye
Namastate Namastate Namo Namah
Namastasye Namo Namah. Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. We enter in again book 1, chapter 6 into 7 of Devi Bhagwat. All the rishis, all the munis are listening. They want to know about this Devi Bhagwat, Navratri. What is this thing about? And they're asking, we heard that one time it had somebody who wanted to kill Brahma. I've heard that Lord Vishnu was sleeping for children to understand. Everybody woke with me. Somebody wants to kill him and then somebody saves him. Could you please tell us who was able to do this? Give us that discourse. Vyas Muni, relating all that is happening to Janmejaya, the son of Parikshit, says, please listen. As another discourse describes the goddess that we all depend on, we all worship, but not always we identify. Not everybody could see God work in their life. Many times people think, I am doing it, I am in charge. Please listen, in this illustration, it's a little story. Yes, it is the same good over bad, a war. But listen to the little nitty-gritty in between and you'll hear the secret that we're looking at. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya
Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya
Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Yo yo yandana mahabhaga dhanu aham prithvitam yena shravana buddhiyati mapi kathaye kali. Narayanaya Krishnaya
Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Krodha ye danave tastra Chitra Sitra ye te kadam Mahakaunti ye shakyati ye danava ye atam yad
Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah.
Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. Guruji says, the earth had now, the creation had now started very early in terms of time. Lord Vishnu is lying on Sheshnag on the Milky Ocean, and from his air, two very strong, very capable Danav or demon or people with bad tendencies, bad choices, bad intention, Madhu and Kaitbha walk out. And they start to frolic and play in the water. And then, remember I said, we have a little misconception. When we say demon and bad people, we tend to think these people are not God-fearing. That's wrong. Truth is, if in all your discourse, regardless to what text or who's the Baba, you will come across these people are more prayerful. What's the difference is what they're going to do with the benefit of that prayer. You and me might ask for liberation. These people want to conquer and kill and be able to kill and keep going, and nothing mustn't stop them. These two guys, these brothers, get it in their mind. The chit or the voice that speaks to all of us in their mind says worship. Worship, and you will be able to gain great amount of merit, power. And then you will be able to conquer this entire creation that is in front of you. The two of them start to speak to themselves. How were we created? Who has created? There's nothing here. At the time when they were created, there isn't even earth or dirt. It's just the water. Who lives here? Why are we here? And as they are walking, getting ready to find a spot to do their prayer, they come across a huge Sheshnag. On the Sheshnag, Lord Vishnu, from his navel, the flowers sprout, and on top that lotus flower, there is Brahma. And the two of them now start to speak to him. They start to taunt him. Trouble start. His eyes are closed. He's in his prayer. And these two are saying, if you are so powerful, answer our question. Guide us. Tell us. and then give us what we want. And Brahma says, I do not have the authority, I do not have the ability. Pray to the goddess, the unseen, invisible goddess, to get what you want. So the two then turn on him. If you don't have the power to give us all that we ask for, in the way we ask for it, then get up from that flowers. You are not fit for that place. You are not powerful enough. We have no respect for you. And they start to ill speak him and attack him. If you don't come down from that lofty spot, that lofty seat, that high, very resplendent seat, we're going to kill you. We're going to destroy you. And now with this thought in their mind, they go to pray. Using the guidance in their mind, they start to pray, but they want to come back with the energy from their prayer to destroy this fella sitting in his flowers who they just abused. Let's hear what happened as they went to pray. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba
Everybody, let's sing together.
Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Evam Varsha Sahasranam Tutubhyam Tubhyaye Mahatap Ye Prasen Paramatma Shakti Janardana Param Tamoyati Jaya
Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Iti Shrutva Tutam Vani Danavatatuvyasye Svaichit Maranam Devi Varanam Nao Dehi Suvrataye Yati Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
They go, and with this poor reasoning for prayer, they think of the energy, they understand something in their mind gives them the innate ability to imagine you are the energy of sound, you are the energy of light. There is something that is allowing me to move, and I am praying to that. I do not want to pray to this little person sitting on a lotus flower or that person who is slumbering. Something is powering them. I want to pray to that force behind these individuals. And these two very demonic people hold to this concept of the invisible, unseen, without male, without female character, the energy of God. And with this pure prayer, call her, and after a very long period of time, mother appears. Let's hear what happens. Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Kale kiyaye pradhanavyo yadhyachata ye drishta prajapatiye brahmaye padma asan prabhuye neva mardhanyahe Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. You know the story? Devi appears. Their sons, very happy with your prayer, very fixed. You did not allow different things to interfere with your focus. You didn't allow things to distract you. I'm very happy with your focus. You were able to complete your prayer with that type of devotion that nothing could interfere with you. Compare ourselves where we reach. Poor thing, me, I go study, oh God, my foot out in there. This pundit taking long to do this prayers, the place making hot. So many things could break our concentration. But these demonic people who we like to say, oh, they're bad, they're doing so bad. Because of the purity and the fixated type of prayer you did perform, I've come today to reward you with your desire, with what you're praying for. Please say what you're praying for. You know much time we just fall short right there? Me know how you just do prayers here or I just do prayers. I just what the pundit finish the prayers. God, I waiting so long. I cooking parts out of tired, exhausted. Come pundit, do it. I offer the flowers, I'll do everything Baba tell me to do, and I do my prayers. But yeah, open your mind and heart as if, let me just pretend, God appear in front of you now. And he said, dear person, I like how you make your parasad. What is you do that for? What I could help you with? Many people neglect to say, dear God, I have this problem and I'm praying to you for this particular type of help. These fellas, they know very well what they sat down to do. And they say, dear God, we wish to be the controller of our debt. A person could achieve many things, but the time is the one thing I have no control over. If a person is in love and one day we lose the love, we divorce, the person dies, I could find love again. I go looking for it. It might take some time, but I'll find it. I lose my money. Let me say I have a gambling problem and I went and I throw away my money like Yudhishthira did in Mahabharata. You could bend your head and humbly work and build back yourself. I could do that. If a person is sick, maybe I'll take a tablet, exercise, start to do things different, and I could get back the health. He says, but there's nothing I could do by my own merit to give me back time. I have a fixed amount of time. Sit down, sit down. Everybody, only make yourself small now. Them one or two chairs that's still empty, come round so devotees could get a seat, please. Please allow me all we want. When we are ready to give up this body, let us be the controller. Let's say now is the time to die. And she says, no problem. Have that. Now Brahma is in trouble because they come back looking for him and the bullies are relentless. Now they are empowered by God. Now everything Brahma does, they are impervious because they don't want to die. Brahma starts to think about Sam, Dam, Dund and Bed, different tactics to resolve a scenario according to the Shastra. I could speak to you. I could offer you some form of gift, bribe. Do this. You just do it with your children. Nishi, behave, please. Nishi, behave. Babe, I'll give you the phone you want if you behave. She still behave. Then you go hear mommy start to talk about how God make Nishi. You just start to hear language about mother and father and different things. Nishi just well get cussed. And she still didn't listen. So then you apply the last approach. Dund. Dund talks about using the stick. And you start to beat Nishi. So Brahma now starting to think about what to do. How could I get these fellas to make peace, live in peace, negotiate something? And no matter what he tried, these guys, they want to fight. In fact, he gets so frightened. He says, I'm coming. My flowers is growing from Lord Vishnu neighbor. I'm going to beg him for help. I'll seek refuge in him. He will protect me. Lord Vishnu at this time is still sleeping, lying right there. Let's hear what happens in this sloka. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye Namastasye
Namastasye Namo Namah.
Iti Kritaye Matin Brahman Tap Padhyaloka Svatyaye Yati Tushtavya Yogindra Tam Vishnu Revataye Tam Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu
Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah.
He goes and he's calling on Lord Vishnu, trying to wake him up, and nothing. This man is not budging. And then he realizes, like a shadow, the Maya of Devi is literally holding him in sleep, deep sleep. It is as if he's not in control. I thought he was in control, but look, something is controlling him. If he was in control, he could control the sleep. If me and you was in control, we could control the sleep. But when you go to sleep, your brain, your soul travels, you see things, you dream things, you're not in control. And Brahma in that moment realized, like a slave, he's under the control of Nidra, the goddess, that allows you to rest, allows your body to change momentum, to get the healing that you need. Brahma says, you know what? I am in danger. They are coming to destroy me. Right now, he is not waking up. He is under her control. I'm going to ask her for help. And he starts to talk to Mother now. Devi tvam mana jagatati kali karanam te janta maya sakala vedyatam Bhairav Jayati.
Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah.
Dear lady, I don't know your face, I don't know your name, I don't know your nature, but I'm learning because I realize it is you who have brought Sri Hari Vishnu under the influence of sleep. I know you in different forms. I know you are King Kwasine. For children who have the TikTok, and we have people who are very popular in this world, what is it that makes people gravitate to somebody? I like to see that actress. I love to hear Anil Bean sing. Something about this person is captivating me, and I want to follow them. And then it have people, yeah, they're good. But me, I'm bound to go and see them. You want to see an example of it? Me and you stand up in the line in the bank, and all the counters in front of you, 1 to 10. Tell me if it never happened to you. You're looking at number 1. Baba, me, I want to go there. Me, I like it 5. But you see number 10, I feel if I go there, I'll get through. At 50 feet, me, I know them. But something is telling me, don't go there. And something telling me, come. Something is pulling. Dear lady, I see you as Kirti, the one that makes people famous. People become popular. When people have that energy or that Shakti, that form, you get tired with the word Shakti. Hindi, just saying energy, the force, that makes somebody so successful. We went in the same school, but we turned out different. Brother and sister eat from the same pot, but they think different. Mother, you are mati, or the intellect that guides people. Drishti, the fortitude. Kanti, the beauty. I could have two children, and one come out handsome, and the other one come out like me. Mother, you give people shraddha. You give people the ability to enjoy themselves. I didn't think I would have fun if I went to the bazaar. I never thought I would enjoy playing an instrument. But you see, once I knock my drum, I just feel calm. When I go in the kitchen and I turn around, when that husband of mine frustrates me, I just find peace. And something just give you a certain sense of relaxing. Who just do that? I don't know. Brahma is saying, Mother, I see you in all the different activities that you conduct. And I'm calling on you now. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Namaste Namo Namah Yagyeshu Dehi Yagyenam Nate Vandita Swayati Vedashu Vedanam Bhavane kritaye yapitam prapnovati satatam mukha par ye Bhagwat Vishnu ye yati ya Devi sarvabhutesu. Come on everybody. Sati rupena samskrita namaste 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 namo namah. Mother, when different offerings are made, I know you are there. I know you are there in the murti. I know you are there wherever ritual, where sacrifice, yagya, is being done. I understand that. But I also see you. When the parents lift their hand in the Abhyam Mudra like this, how you know you're getting blessing? Mommy, lift your hand and bless me. And the Diksha, the energy in the middle is shooting. And you will hear people from now till once your parent blessing with you, every door will open. Mother, I saw you there, giving the mother, the she hand who lift, the guru hand who lift, the husband lift his hand for the wife. It's that person's hand, but your energy was moving and you bring the blessing to life for the person. The person was ailing, the person couldn't pass math. The teacher sitting down in front here, you know what I'm saying? The child head hard and they cannot pass the math, but the mother lifts she hand, the teacher said, don't worry, I believe in you, you'll get through. And the blessing, the words come, but mother, you grant that because of your movement, what couldn't happen, happened. Ma, today I'm in trouble. Mommy, I am terrified. My debt is dancing and swaying and swinging in front of me. I'm in danger. Please, visible, invisible, in all your names, take some form and come now to save me because I'm in trouble. Sindhu Dhanava Hariyate Prativediti Parashaktitam Shakti Patitvam Vishnuyati Shakla Manavyayati Devi Sarvabhuteshu Sati Rupena Samskrita Namaste 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 Namo Namah Vishnu Swaya Proktatam Pratama Vyagayati Datra Par Shakti Malayatam Palana Ye Aham Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Sati Rupena Samskrita Namaste 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 Namo Namah. Mother, this life, this universe has many actors, but the lines that come from their mouth, the energy that it permeates from their being, the good, the bad, you are the energy in everything. For children to understand, whether the bulb is shooting white light, the bulb is yellow light, you will say, you know what? Electricity. Electricity makes the switch up and down, the door, the alarm, the everything. I put in the charger in the wall. Electricity is in that and it's working. Likewise, Brahma is identifying. Mother, whether you call it the sun, the moon, the ocean current, you are powering each and everything. Yes, we have heard many discourses with the moon. Surya Narayana Swami, the Hindu faces east when they're offering their jal, so that the sun, when he's coming up in the morning, let the radiation hit the person and burn away the sadness, burn away the cancer, burn away the troubles. Why are you facing east for, Hindu? To get the rays of the sun. But you are the one who's allowing the energy to hit the person so that blessedness, healing, help could come. Dear lady, his words, I am in danger. Show me some mercy, mother, please. Death incarnate is here, and I know you gave them blessing too. Mother, you are so great, good, bad, ugly, lost, helpless, hopeless. You help all one way or the other. If the person could only help themselves by good action, praschit karma, those type of things, volunteering, feeding people, sharing water, whatever, maybe karma would change and their existence would get better, mother. You reward a person based on their deeds, but you are the one guiding and holding everybody. Sitaram. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena
Samsita Namaste 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 Namo Namah
Namaste Namo Namah. Before I tired you out, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Think about that. In other religion, God bless them, there's a convenient character called the devil. Please listen to this very carefully. I myself guilty of it. When bad things happen, you see, the devil is a busy man. But understand your dharma a little bit tonight. There is no devil in Hinduism. The belief is good and bad experiences come to everybody. Everything truly comes from God. Depending on how your karma, if I do good, good will follow. If I do bad, bad will follow. Durga Mata, when she's speaking to Vashish Muni, she says, Vashish prayed and mother appeared and he says to her, Ma, please, if my devotion, if my prayer habit, if I ever get lazy and I drop, please raise me back up. And she says, no problem. I will take 16 forms that will cause trouble in your life. So Vashish, imagine if it was you. Vashish Muni get very confused and he said, Ma, what are you saying? I now do good prayers. You now say I do good. You now say you was happy with me. What are you going and punish me for? She says, son, if some people don't have hard days, bad days, or some form of punishment, they wouldn't pray. You just tell me when you get lazy and you don't feel the need to pray, pull you back. So I will be like a parent. When the parent working, when the child does good and it's birthday time, mommy will hug you up and kiss you and light the candles and blow the cake and feed you the most sugary thing to rot in your teeth. Mommy love you that time. Do bad now. The same parent doing the job will grab the whip and admonish the child, and you would hear everybody say, that mother, wow, she's doing a good job. She is a strict disciplinarian. Durga Mata does the same. If you do good, I'll reward you. But the day you do bad, I'll punish you. So when you hear Pandit Sunil doing so that's Matrika Puja. Matrika Puja is 16 form that mother takes. I will take Shashti Mata when the baby born. If you're good with that lady, the baby is born happy, healthy. If not, trouble. Savitri, if she's happy, married life is easy breezy. If not, divorce coming. In the different aspects of a person's life, mother has a form. So too, that Chausat Yogini, Chausat, fancy word for 64 ladies standing there. When Kali Mata is formed on the battlefield, she expands herself into 8. And each one of that 8 has 8 attendants. 8 by 8, 64. And we worship her in that form because the forms that she created, it's Tamogun guiding that. So somebody says, I never do Kali Puja. Shh, you did it in that triangle. Because these ladies are made to cause arguments when you have prayer. They're going to run wild and cause confusion. The food will spoil. The food is going to run out. Somebody might trip and, God forbid, hit their face, a little blood. Somebody might fall when they're climbing high. Mother, the logic is, Mother Shanti, cool down, calm down, let me get through with prayers. Please, simple language for children to understand. There's one there that causes people to act up and get so vicious and violent maybe that they come to sit for prayers and they're fighting over the flowers and who make the best patasa and all this kind of craziness. All you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you go to prayers. You see, she feels she alone could put salt in each other. In different ways, the confusion is following. And what the Hindu is doing, Mother, you who control everything, good, bad, and ugly, please bless this place. That everybody must have a positive vibration. Even if a person walking here with depression, or they lost a loved one, or something eating them, for the little time they're here, give them that ability to pray and not get distracted by life. Give them hope. Nobody can give you hope. I could try and encourage you to go and tap into something that might be able to help you. But the truth is, when you're hopeless and you're in the darkest days, when somebody says, you know what, Pandit, I don't think it have a tomorrow in. I think it's time to drink that poison or end this. I cannot make. Here comes a lady that could take away that type of thought. Because I could watch you like a security guard now, but at some point you will be left alone. For every parent here, you love them little babies and you love them children that we worship tonight. But those little children, God forbid, they grow up to be children that have problems. Today we was talking to someone, I saying it on the Singhasana, on the Krsna here, but I have to be respectful. Listen to this. This is real world we're living in. Now at long time, when the boy liked the girl, that was the biggest thing. They go run away unmarried. That was the, if we could get that now, that might be a blessing. A mother called me and she says, Baba, my son told me he's gay. When he told me that the next point, he wants to kill himself. Because the friends find out and somebody was very mean. You live in a world where you are bombarded by homosexual, transsexual, and different type of people. And if we're not careful, we could fall in the trap that other people fell into. There are versions of the Bible that the Mormon follow, for example, that says that God created people with other skin color because they are the sinful people. So people use religion to propagate race in past times. And they looked at people differently. But the catch is, God created everything. In our Dharma, we believe in Lord Shiva, half man, half woman. There are many explanations, but keep this one in your mind. You see that part where we spoke about enjoyment? I could color here, I could control certain things. Work with me. I could do surgery and change things about the God-given body that I have. But what about the part when somebody touch your hand so? We're being very straightforward. Please follow me. I really don't tell the pause on my shoulder or anywhere to react. Not because I'm a man, you see a woman, every woman you like. Likewise for girls. I'm not in control. Something about this girl, I went in a satsang, I see my wife and I say, right, we got married. If she tell a little story, I'll laugh, you know. When he was in our prayers, And when he prays on, you know, this guy Panchamrit person, here girl, look something. And that was the proposal. Sometimes you're really not in control. Who you gonna meet? How you gonna meet? If you listen to people's story, you realize it's fate sometimes. We met somewhere that I really didn't go looking for somebody. Simple language. Think about now, a boy touch a boy. To be honest, I'm not encouraging, but consider what I say. A girl touch you or somebody different touch you. I didn't tell my pause, come on, wake up. React. As a Hindu, you're not supposed to discriminate. Look at it from that perspective. God who make that. God who have to judge each and every person. Suppose we start to say only fair people God make. Only Indian people God make. Only people who have hair on their head God make. Only people with certain surname now God love. That doesn't work when you have the idea that God make everything. God is everywhere. God is inside everybody except for who you don't like. Children are born and children growing. Look, we have plenty of children here tonight. You could tell me where your children are going in the growing. That mother sometimes play a wonderful game with parents and make them pray because afraid, bottom line, afraid this child commit suicide. Bottom line. Brahma says, mother, you are doing all this. You are in control. Ma, please help me. And when she said that, Lord Vishnu started to move as if he's waking up from his slumber. And she says to him, get up. Mother voice, get up Vishnu, it is time. It is time for you to do the work. Let's hear what happens in the next verse. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallabham Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Vaje Sangadevyate Mahabhagakatam Mahabhagayate Vishnuye Ati Tam Saraye Tam Brahmaye Ati Trudevyatam Santatam Yati Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallabham Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Vaje. Lord Vishnu picks up the Sudarshan Chakra and he goes. Brahma is happy, very happy. The hero is up. And now, those people that are threatening me, that has to stop. This is the discourse that deals with this word. What is Shakti? What is this thing that confuses many people? I see people running on fire. I see people sticking pipes, long pieces of steel in their tongue, in their lip. Is that Shakti? Does it mean then I am a believer in the mother? Do I have to do that to gain the blessing? Do I have to offer animal life? Do I have to offer coconut? What do I have to do? All the munis are begging the Guru. He says, hold on, listen, this is coming. Lord Vishnu asked the same question. Achyutam Keshavam Satyabhamadavam Madhavam Sridharam Radhikaraditam Indira Mandiram Chaitasa Sundaram Devaki Nandanam Nandajam Sandade Agnaye Sarvatra Devashu Sangte Virashuya Tatapar Indrayapi Trailokakeshu Varna Tatparyapi Achutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Vaje. Lord Vishnu gets up and he starts to tell them, if you want to destroy this person that is depending on me, come now and face me. And the three of them, the two brothers and Lord Vishnu, end up in a fight, and they're going, but the fight is equally matched. The Guru says, you have to understand that Vishnu is filled by the energy, what we call Shakti, is the unseen force that is pulling everything. And Vishnu becomes, as it were, the person using the Shakti to accomplish his job, just like you and I. He becomes corrupted in a sense because he starts to think it is his power. He's in charge and he's the hero. When they come back equal force, when the enemy is more powerful than you, and the person learns the lesson, maybe I can't do it alone. As the Guru is teaching the children, listen to the lesson. When you think your surname, your pocket, one person told me, Pandit, you have any yag? But I don't need to come. I have everything. So I say, what do you mean you have everything? So I have so much money. I have happiness. I don't need to pray. I have everything. Some people have this thought because of the job, the family life, the property, the house. They identify this thing. This is who I am. Maybe everything I want, I have it. God bless you. But then one day you're going to have to lose it or regret it. Dear children, he in this moment, he doesn't understand who is the Shakti. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Vaje Krishna Yatu Maya Seva Ten Yana Tu Narada Ye Pito Sakal Shaktiyati Brahma Ye Vishnuta Ye Ya Shrishti Na Parayatam Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hari Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Vaje Janaki Nayakam Ramachandra Vaje. Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. When he realizes time is passing, but I am not winning. I'm so powerful. I have all these different weapons. But why it is I cannot overcome this obstacle? And then again, the voice says, maybe you are not to do this on your own. Maybe you need my assistance, the energy. This is why when we hear about Christian discourse, the Lord Vishnu does his bidding with the support of the Devi. He says, this is why you need to, Devi is speaking to him, this is why you need to meditate on me, because you need to build the bridge, build the relationship between yourself, Lord Vishnu, and myself, so that you will be able to accomplish creation, preservation, and the destructive part of recycling the energy in this universe. This is what the Shastras talk about. Using the unseen, without manifestation, form of the goddess. That is the true form. When you hear people say, you will hear people ask the question, how come Hindu have so many forms of God? Just like how we have plenty of Puranas, please understand tonight, God is one. The energy, without male features, without female features, without these pityas and all these different things to hold your attention. The energy of truly the Diya light, and that is why the Diya is so big in Hinduism. That's the true energy that sits in everybody. Male, female, the dog, everybody alike. But what happened was, for children and for us to understand, the Diya light now looks like, as time is passing, man's lifespan is getting shorter. Let's call the light Lakshmi. She took her form. There's a discourse and you hold it. But if in our search for God, we are going back to the truth is all those different pictures you're watching is the same one personality, energy. Hinduism embraces that in God's creation, God isn't only going to look like you and I. In other places, it might have half this, half man, half animal, or the odd, the beyond our concept. Think about what I'm saying. Think about how all these books and murtis are. And before the idea of transplant, of any type of hybrid, before that word existed, elephant had human features. Hindus had these type of thoughts. A human being that has wings that could fly, Garud. His brother Aruna, no legs, but he's the charioteer to hold Surya Narayana Swami. Remember the Murti, the little man holding the horse? His back has a different type of blessing to hold the heat that the sun is pervading. So long he is there, the true rays of the sun cannot persecute mankind. In English, in science now, we call that maybe the ozone layer, to shield the rays of the sun. All these manifestations, if we hold on to them, you've reached very far. But just like Lord Vishnu, when Vishnu, Brahma and Mahesh, all the devatas pray, they are meditating beyond speech, beyond the mind, beyond the rituals. They are meditating on the energy that is being used to make the flowers blossom, the sun rise, the child that could not speak, speak. The person that couldn't heal, heal. In this way, Lord Vishnu is calling now for help. I don't understand why I cannot beat them. Mother, help me now. Devi appears in the form just like that Chausat Yogni, Kali Mata appears. And the two very powerful, very strong people, they get distracted because this Devi came now. Her Maya is distracting the person. And the mantras they were muttering in their mind, keeping them so strong that even Lord Vishnu is tired and they are still strong. They start to forget how to say the prayer. They start to speak to her. Oh, beautiful one, with all your dread and horrible looking features, we don't want to fight you. But if you are pleased with us, we will grant you, O Kali Mata. Anything you ask us for, we will give it to you. She says, I want nothing. I will give you whatever you want. That is my job. I am the mother to give children. I want nothing from you. Ask him. He needs help. Ask him now. Vishnu is who they are talking about. They turn to him. We are very lenient. We realize you are less than us. You are getting weak, but we are still strong. Ask us for anything you want, and we will give it to you. And in that moment where the Maya of Devi is making this person, their mouth, understand what's happening. Sometimes it is happening in we house. We own mouth is we enemy. We own thoughts is we enemy. And in this moment, Mother made these people very foolish. And when they did that, when they told him, ask for anything, We're fighting you, but we are so convinced we will win you. Ask for anything you want, man, and we will give you it. Lord Vishnu, having his senses intact, and not maybe if me and you was fighting, we'd have be blowing with hatred or anger. Or your mind, when you're vexed, you're saying the worst. He says, please, great soldiers, both of you, be so happy with me that you must die at my hands. Give me the ability to destroy you. And they had no choice. Let's join together as we do this last slok before we continue tonight. Raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali.
Raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali.
Raksha karo, raksha karo.
Raksha karo, raksha karo.
Raksha karo, raksha karo.
Raksha karo, raksha karo.
Raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali.
Raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali.
Nahi dhaniyeta to jagat naam prithvi sambat ye tat par abhikshya yati. Raksha karo,
raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali. Raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali.
raksha karo, he chakra sudarshan vali. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Raksha karo means save me, save me. In this way they continue. I'm sure somebody heard this discourse before. Madhu and Kaitbha asked him, if you're so great where there was no land, they say, give us something solid to die upon. And he raises his legs. From the bone of these two come the sea creatures, the aquatic life that they were so interested in, the shells, different forms of land formation. It is what caused the Mother Earth to be called Maidini, coming from their bone, the marrow of their bone, the Medha. If a person should listen, O Jan Vijay, to this discourse that gives the sum and the substance of the Mahamaya, the Devi, the person would be able to become wise as they realize in a different way the true face of God, the true behavior, the true action, the true activity. Imagine now if somebody was to come to you and argue, only Ganesh Baba is God, only Kali Mata is God, only Lord Krishna is God. And people get into all forms of trivial arguments. I love Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is all. The truth is, and they're the same, that take different manifestation to do the same work. If Krishna is everything, what's the difference between Krishna and every single thing? When he says in Gita, I stabilize your fate, I give you the ability to do whatever you are doing. But he also says, depending on the person's guna or their tendencies, somebody might pray like these demons tonight. They prayed, but they are praying here where they're asking their God, let me mash up my neighbor, for example. Still praise. Then Rajogun, their God, please, I only do prayers. Diwali time, I need gold, money, I need the business to make money. I only do it for this. I give you flowers for this. And the Sattvic prayer, I pray because I love you. I pray because I realize, just like when we put a little ticker here, as I use that in the example, I acknowledge that because of your input, I could breathe, I could live, and I am alive. Whatever, good or bad day, dear God, thank you. Sattvic prayer. Krishna says, I control all. Therefore, everybody that you are doing prayers, everybody who's doing prayers, we are a work in progress. But all of us are God's children. Somebody heard somebody make some statements about how this one is not God and that one is not God. Friend, God lives right here. When you say as a Hindu, Namaste Sitaram, what you are saying is, I bow to the God inside of you. Please understand that you don't need to see marble, metal, or stone murti to understand God is here or there. You see the person or the child that needs help, that is God. And when you start to live like that, when you have compassion, chapter 12 Bhagwat Gita, because I have to read a little Gita, please remember this. He says to Arjun, chapter 12 Bhagwat Gita, the person, how you want to know who is my devotee, they have compassion. Compassion is tested in many different ways. But a simple example, brother, you have $2, I want to buy doubles. You have the $2 to spare? Buy the doubles. Sometimes people judge, Baba, you have a nice kurta, boy, I'll give he the $2. I'm a Hindu, I'll give it to him. And Baba go take it and buy cocaine. And the poor person who could be Hanuman Baba incarnate walk in front of you. And he come to see what you're going to do. Please help me, I need a piece of food. You could fail right there. Don't make that mistake. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Let's all stand. We're going to do the Purnahoti. We're going to make the final offering. If anybody wants to touch hand, feel free. Many people are having prayer at their home. All those little children, if they could reach, please touch hand. And this is where, Krsna, you say the final mantra for me, please. This is where we are praying. Remember, we came to pray. Everybody has their struggle. Close your eyes. Let me learn to pray properly. Close your eyes and talk to your God. Dear Lord, we are offering a coconut. Inside the coconut have a life, an energy. I am giving you energy. Please bless me back with energy. I need help. The help is this. Please hear my prayer. Let's pray together. While Baba is saying his mantra, you say yours in your mind. And talk to she.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnadivam Shanti Swaha बोलो आदि शक्ति महादेवी माता की जय
सर्व पापम हरम दिव्यम गंगेयम निर्मलम जलम आचमन्नम मयादत्तम ग्रहिणा परमेश्वरम फनी स्मोक वनस्पति रसौ भूतो गंधाद्यो गंधोक्तमम आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोयम प्रतिग्रताम. Everybody, wherever you did, let me take the heat and pass it over your body. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Gadadatvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksham Mangalaya Tanohari. God bless you. For 2 seconds, have a seat again. We're going to wrap up just now. Please understand, as we come to the end of the reading portion, please understand that in your idea, we are never too old to learn something. Sometimes we have concepts that need to develop. In the first night, I said, do you remember when Navratri used to be 3 nights Durga, 3 nights Lakshmi, 3 nights Saraswati? And as time has passed, elders will tell you, I see now people are talking about 9 nights of Durga worship. The idea, the concepts are becoming clearer. Hinduism is burning bright because our children are becoming more and more knowledgeable. If you allow your children to look at garbage on the internet, they will grow with that. They will be filled with garbage. But if you say, let's watch our religious shows, there's so many YouTube, etc., that explain things in a way the pundit couldn't do it. The imagery, I see it now, I understand it. And God bless homes that today children are telling parents, Mom, do it correct. Do it correct. Today, we were making I made the puff rice when we were walking out. I'll give it out. We made the puff rice, the parsa that I mentioned last night. And I get to spend the day with my godson Vishal. Laughing and talking, all talking, everything. We had a wonderful time. In it, the child is growing to learn how to make parsad now. I invite parents to please, just as how we do soccer and football and cricket practice, you're training them in Hindi. You're doing, when it was COVID, we did courses in Sanskrit, Ramayana class, Gita class, different thing online. People were studying a lot. People are interested. They want an avenue. I agree. The online thing for me was a wonderful opportunity. You're talking about Hindustan, Trinidad, and we had people from all over the world studying what this Chaupai means. What does, Chaupai 25, Doha this, and you're getting into your text. And people are doing it because now Ramayana is a soft copy, a PDF. And you could study the same thing. And our young people are learning. These little children just take up the control and program the fire stick. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it. So rather than only do those things, maybe we could get them involved in positive things. Many temples, not only here, pushing Sunday morning service, where you could sit down and not just sing, but learn something. My intention in these 3 nights was to teach you about Devi, read Devi Bhagwat, but not the same story over and over. Our goddess is so great, it has so much we could learn. Last night alone we talked about all the different ingredients we just put in the dar and offer to she. Before I finish, the reason for that triangle, remember what I'm saying? At the base of your spine, it have a chakra, Muladhara chakra. In your back, it have different chakra that have representative by different shape. That base one, if not controlled, makes the person very depressed. The same energy, you get heavy. You ever went to a prayers and you hear somebody say, this place is real heavy, boy. The energy of the place, a drummer could tell you about it. He want to play the drum. The hand, he know how to play the drum, But when the place heavy, it is not full with positive vibration. The hand is get lazy and it just can't go fast. Anybody who dancing and you see te when they bow to Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and the place is heavy, the person just make mistakes, they just get out of timing, things go wrong. So the triangle there by Chausat, the triangle that you are offering your dar into, the triangle, sometimes the Hawan is shaped in that way, is a invocation of this chakra, where you are calling the invisible Devi. For children to understand, I'm saying Durga, but the invisible form. Mother, in this way we want to worship you. May you support our chakra in our body, that I must feel better. I want to have the energy to get up and do all that I have to do. Give me the strength to talk to these children, to penetrate this husband, oh God, to understand and to persevere in my job. You name it, you need the energy to do it. When you start to do it in this way, you will start to see the energy is changing something in the marriage. Tell me what this caused somebody quarrel tonight. You see, I don't like what you're doing. Think what I say in the marriage, husband and wife. I didn't like what you do. Get up tomorrow morning and the person calm down and they will say, oh God, I'm sorry for quarreling. I changed my mind. I think you're correct. Let me paint the place white instead of the color I wanted to paint. And the same person could change their mind. What make you change your mind? Think about that when you go through that transformation. I want to drink rum. It's my body, it's my mouth, it's my liver. I want to drink rum. And then something is inside you say, okay, I had enough. Time to change. What does give you that? For example, in this chakra, when you hear people talk about Kundalini energy, I am learning to use that invisible lady in my body to be able to play the instrument, excel in the exam, you name it. Fight the disease. When women have menopause and they have all the vertigo and they have all these sensual changes, trouble in their head, if they turn their body so trouble. For example, we are taught, you will see the Bedi take a shape, you will see the prayer take a different offering. In this way, the Muladhara chakra is where this trouble sits. And if you put it under control, the trouble comes under control. If it's out of control, the person feels as if, oh God, no, I go dead. Go by a doctor and try to, fix that. They might drink some water. Hopefully it will pass. But menopause, for example, is different from one lady to another lady. Different experience. So how do you deal with it as a Hindu, using that type of prayer, that type of mode of offering, and you bring control within yourself? That is why we are doing those things. Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Tonight I have the Baba who taught me all my prayers, Pandit Krsna. I'd like him to share his blessings with us, and then our Ritvik Pandit, or Purohit, Pandit Sunil, senior Pandit tonight by the Bedi, and we have Pandit Varun, the Hota. He's the one in charge of the Havan. We'll ask Pandit Sunil, the daddy, to say his blessings before we continue with singing and closing Arti. Pandit.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री आदि शक्ति देवी माता की
जय।
जय। Let me say Sitaram Baba and Sitaram to all. I'm indeed very, very happy to be here and to join with you in worship to Mahadevi. So I'll ask all to join with us in a short chant as we meditate upon the divine form of Bhagwan as Devi Mata. Namaste Devi Gayatri Savitri Tripadekshari Ajare Amare Mata Trahimam Bhavasagarat. Jaya Devi Durga Gauri Shankari Parvati. Jaya Devi Durga Gauri Shankari Parvati.
Jaya Devi Durga Gauri Shankar Parvati.
Bhuvan Mohini Lalita Lakshmi Kalavati.
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 Devi Durga Gauri Shankari Parvati.
Jai Devi Durga Gauri Shankar Parvati.
Kamal Kamini Hari Narayani Bhagwati.
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 Ved Mata Vidyadayini Bharati.
Ved Mata Vidyadayini Bharati.
Ved Mata Vidyadayini Bharati.
Ved Mata Vidyadayini Bharati.
Hansavahini Veena Pani Saraswati.
Jai Devi Durga Gauri Shankar Parvati.
Jaya Devi Durga Gauri Shankari Parvati.
Jai Devi Durga Gauri Shankar Parvati.
Kamal Kamini Hari Narayani Bhagwati.
Kamal Kamini Hari Narayani Bhagwati.
Ved Mata Vidyadayini Bharati.
Ved Mata Vidyadayini Bharati.
Hansavahini Veena Pani Saraswati. Jaya Devi Durga Gauri Shankari Parvati. Jaya Devi Durga Gauri Shankari Parvati.
Jai Devi Durga Gauri Shankar पार्वती
भुवन मोहिनी ललित लक्ष्मी कलावती
भुवन मोहिनी ललित लक्ष्मी कलावती
देवी दुर्गा गौरी शंकरी पार्वती जय
देवी दुर्गा गौरी शंकर पार्वती
जय देवी दुर्गा गौरी शंकरी पार्वती शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्रायण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थी हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते प्रेम से बोलो श्री आदि शक्ति महादेवी माता की जय.
So now we want to borrow Pandit Sunil.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री नव दुर्गा देवी माता की जय. Firstly, I pay my respects to our Vyasji, my brother Pandit, Pandit Keshava, then our senior Pandit, Pandit Krsna. I sit there and I listen to his voice. He's getting a little older, but his voice is not changing. The first time my Dulahi and my wife listened to him, she said to me, Sunil, that Pandit have a nice voice. So Panditji, continue in the pathway of Dharma. It's a blessing when you are among senior Pandits. Tonight, Panditji, it's a blessing to be here again. 2 years ago, I thought we could never reach here again. When the pandemic hit, I was a bit worried. When I saw the doors of mandirs and religious institutions had closed, but the power of the mother, those doors reopened again. And if you look very carefully at our world presently, this moment of our life in our world is very important. We as Hindus, we are celebrating Navratri. Our Christian brothers is in the month of Lent, they are fasting. The Muslim brothers, they are now joining in the month of Ramadan. So all the faith, all the religion, it is a time for fasting. So this is not an incident, but rather blessings. Every individual in the world who follows a religion, they are supposed to be fasting on this time. Recently, our police commissioner said, a divine invention has to take place in our country in order for crime to be a better place. So to this time and this opportunity that we have, let's use it wisely. It is a great opportunity that God that teaches us. There is one God and many religions, many faith, but this is the time for us to pray. So let's all put our hands together, we pray, no matter what faith you belongs to. This is the most powerful time in our life to pray to the Mother. I just say one prayer to the Universal Mother. In her splendid form as Durga Ma, she's very powerful, she's very mighty. She says to her devotees that none shall come to my door and leave empty-handed. If your heart is pure and you're filled with sincerity, I will fulfill that desire. Whatever the purpose you had come to this Yagna tonight, may it be fruitful and successful. Hari Om Shri Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvat Sadike Sharani Trambake Gauri Narayani Namosute. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Chamak Shiva Datri Swaha Swada Namasute. Prem Simolo Shinau Durga Devi Mata Ki Jai. Panditji, I apologize for not being last night, right? I missed the Yagna last night. So.
Oh, no.
Okay. And tonight I thought I've never reached as well. I was coming from Mayaro and my van went down in one of the pothole and something had broken. I'm not sure yet. But I reached home by the grace of God and I'm here.
Thank you, Baba. Everybody give me Baba a little clap.
So I know there's a life here. And I think the Minister of Works is listening.
True.
So he will fix the Napper
He'll fix the
Maya
road.
road. Thank you.
Sitaram. Everybody give him a clap. You know, whenever we're doing Yagya home here, if this is your first time with me, Pandit Sunil, I like him too bad. He's so calm and quiet and easy. He just make prayers easy too. He works with the person. And Baba, honestly, the sacrifice you make for we, you and your family, I can say yourself alone now, your big boy, your young one with we, and God bless them to give them the exposure and the experience to keep going. Just now, Keshava legs getting tired. We had to resign this work. We had to hand over to younger fellas like them. Pandit Varun, God bless you, boy, and thank you for taking care of that Hawan for us. Definitely what you are doing is part and parcel of our prayer as the Hotra, and mining that firewood guide tree so that in case anybody come, what he was doing, everybody, long time, used to see one Pandit, two Pandit, one by the Lingam, etc. Everyone is doing different prayer. The purpose of that person sitting by the Hawan is in the prayer. If somebody came into the Yagyashala with bad intention or a bad day or a bad way, change so that the place must have the right vibration so that we could collectively get through with the prayer. The problem when you have a mass gathering like this, many Yajman, not everybody prays the same way. And if one person wants to turn up the prayers as they see, it could happen. But by his prayer, he's focused on us, the main Baba, the Purohit or the Ritwik. He's saying mantras, please put the sindur, please put the saffron, etc. But he's not studying who walking through the door. So that person on that side, watch where he facing, the opposite. He's seeing who is walking, who is coming, and maybe the problems they are having. This is why when you are preparing for your prayer, God bless you. You could get Pandit Sunil and Pandit Varun to do what they're doing now. This is how it's supposed to be. Prem Sabolo Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. All right, everybody, with your permission, let's stand. We're going to do Arti and Ashirvad as we get ready to close this evening. So we do 2, 3 verses, and then switch Shiva Hari. Shiva Hari. Short Arti, and then we'll do the Ashirvad part. Remember, just as Guruji, Swami Dattatreya is coming, Swami Sachidananda is coming, one thing learn. You see that black tikka Baba have on his forehead, Swamiji has? Where that black tikka come from? Basma is the ashes from prayer in the Hawan Kun. When the Yagya is done, what you want, beside the Parasad and all that, is that ash. Let them put it on your body. Make sure and collect it. They will be sharing it soon. O suno meri Devi Parvat Vasini Tera Paran Paya Tera Paran Paya. Everybody.
देवी पर्वतवासी तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासी तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
With your hands together, pray this prayer. The Shiva Ram Stotra is asking for Vijayam, victory. Again, pray. Shiva Hare, Shiva Rama Sake Prabhu, Trivida Tapa Nivarana He Vibhu. Everybody.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam.
Kamalalochana Rama Dayanidhi, Hara Guru Gajarakshaka Gopati, Shiva Tano Bhava Shankara Pahi Mam.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam.
Sujana Ranjana Mangala Mandiram.
Bhajati te Purusha Puramam Param. Bhavati tasya sukham paramam bhutam. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Close your eyes and say your prayers. Dear Lord, by your grace, I came in a place with saintly people doing godly things. Thank you for this environment. Thank you that I got to see the prayer, witness the prayer of these Kanya and these children, to listen to your discourse. As we heard the first night, the Devi Bhagwat was created just by listening, Shravanam, practicing that form of bhakti. The person's burden of sin is lessened. Dear Mother, as we are about to separate and go our own way, our homes, may you please bless me to have that peace, that happiness, and when you have trouble, the change. When the demons are coming, whether it be a disease, the bandit, children don't want to listen, the marriage are going how it's supposed to go. Dear Mother, time and time again you save godly and godly people. Please manifest in my life, but come as the change. Give me the vision to see you work in my life. Don't let me be the foolish person when I nearly get an accident. Look where God allowed to happen. Bless me to have the mind. Dear God, thank you for saving me. It could have been worse. Help me to be a better devotee. Only with your permission and your blessing and your aid, I could do that. As we say our final prayer, Tvameva Mata,
Sapita Tvameva,
Tvameva. Come on, everybody.
Saka Tvameva,
Tvameva Vidya,
Dravinam Tvameva,
Tvameva Sarvam,
Mama Deva Deva,
Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva.
Everybody, Om Shanti,
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 Hari Om.
With one voice, Prem Subhalovapati Mahadeva ki, Pavanaputra Hanumana ki, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Jai, 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 Sita. Sitaram, everybody. Sitaram, everybody. Please have your seat.